Hello again, folks. I'm going to be going right to business with this one. Any and all videos that I put up from this date forward will be tied to this disclaimer, both in the video itself and by link in the video description. So, why am I making a disclaimer video? Well, because the subjects I tend to talk about are largely considered subjective, and of course because people are overly sensitive. When one talks about his beliefs, everyone listening either agrees, doesn't care, or considers it some sort of personal attack that absolutely must be thwarted at all costs. In order to avoid as much discomfort and annoyance as possible, therefore, I deemed it necessary. I suppose I'll start with the standards. Everything I talk about is based from my personal views and beliefs, as have come to me by my personal experiences and individual questions, searches, choices, and of course conclusions. Not everyone will agree with what I say. Not everything I say will even be right, as subjective as right is. By the same token, obviously, your own beliefs and attitudes are based off of choices and personal experiences and questions and discoveries of your own. Please try to remember that and refrain from pointless slander and bad attempts to troll. Which leads me to the next point. Discussion is welcome, and in fact so is disagreement. But please try to behave in a manner that could at least pass for intelligent. I don't even mind the occasional witty barb being mixed in, so long as you have an actual point and that you can support it with something more than "you are too lame, Zor." That's just annoying. As far as the specific topics are concerned, they won't all be limited to the otherkin community as well, or the members thereof. Nor are my ideas solely representative, or belonging to, otherkin beliefs. In fact, something I've believed for a while, but of course lacked the right words to express, is that being an otherkin is for the most part a singular belief, and of course the consequences that come from it are as well. Incorporated into a set of beliefs rather than being the core of a belief system. You don't need to be an otherkin to believe many of the things commonly found in the community, nor do you need to follow these common thoughts in order to call yourself one. Just as you don't need to be a Zen Buddhist to practice meditation, or a Christian faithful to believe that there is a God of some kind out there. And finally, remember that I'm a busy person, okay? To that end, it'll take me a while to build up a list of videos, even as simple as they are. The same holds true for responses to questions and discussions, both in video and text. As some of my old friends will certainly attest, I have a habit of disappearing off the net for weeks, or even longer, at a time. I have a life outside the static superhighways, after all, which includes bills to pay, people to see, and of course work to be done. But with all that formality out of the way, I believe I shall bid you all adieu, and happy watching.